Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Well, good morning and welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining me. How are you doing today? I hope indeed that you had a good weekend. Good to see you all out here today. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. We do have a wonderful lineup again this week. Exciting stories coming your way. And I did say too that we have so many new stories that have come your way. Still working on them on all the different themes, and they will be coming to you very shortly. Thank you so much for joining in and welcome. Please, as always, let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. I am absolutely delighted to be here with you. I did have a good weekend, very relaxed. Lots of sports, lots of soccer, and just got to enjoy good food as well. So I hope that yours was just as nice. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Absolutely glad that we're here together. We do bring back a book. This one, the last time it was on Storytime was in January of 2021. So it's been a minute, and now we're bringing it back. And this one is called Vincent's Colors. And this one is, Words and Pictures by Vincent van Gogh. And this one was written in conjunction with the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And of course, we're bringing it to you from Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Big thank you for being here with us. And I hope indeed that you're ready to enjoy this lovely book. Yes. Art. I did not study art, but I know Vincent van Gogh, just a master, right, of art. And so I'm glad that we're here today to share a little bit, a snippet, just a little bit of his life. And I hope that indeed later on you can get to dive into more and read more about Vincent van Gogh and his work. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Glad you're here. We're here together, and indeed, hopefully we enjoy this one very, very shortly. Vincent's Colors. This one coming to you from Vincent van Gogh, and in conjunction with the Metropolitan Museum of Art and, of course, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Get ready, get comfortable, get cozy. We will be getting started very, very shortly. But before then, let us see who is with us this morning, ready to enjoy a lovely story. Thank you so much for joining in today. Glad you're here. Good morning to you, Amanda and baby Bia. Good morning, and hope you feel better. I know, and you say we're both sick today this morning. So we're cuddled up on the couch and drinking lots of water. Well, indeed, continue to do that self-care. Continue to take care of yourself, and sending you love, and lots of hugs, and hope that you feel better soon. Thank you indeed for being here with us on Storytime, even when you're not feeling well. We're glad you're here, and hopefully this story helps lift up your spirits as well. Thank you so much for joining in, and I'm glad you're here. And of course, hope that this lovely community helps you lift up your spirits. Thank you for being here today. Good morning to you one more time, Amanda, and of course baby Bia out in Seattle. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you, Amanda West. How are you doing? And of course Sarah and Nathan in Blue Sky, Illinois. And you're saying wishing a very happy week. Well, thank you indeed. You hear it all. Thank you, thank you. And yes, everybody out there, wishing you a very happy week from Sarah and Nathan out in Illinois, out in blue sky, Illinois. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you. I hope that indeed you did have a lovely weekend. Good morning to you, Soraya. How are you doing today? Of course, always good to see you here, right? Joining us from right here in Oakland. And of course, Sharon Lungo sending you love as well. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. I am glad you are here indeed. Happy Monday from Braylon and Chad, and of course Auntie Anne. Thank you so much for joining us. It's cloudy and a bit of rain out in Natchitoches, Louisiana today. Good for the garden. Good for the garden indeed. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and I hope that you'll be doing lots of fun stuff later on. But of course, before then, we have a story to share together. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope everyone's weekend was good. And indeed, wishing you a lovely week ahead. Indeed, happy Monday to all of you. Thank you for joining in Storytime. And today we are reading Vincent's Colors. This one is Words and Pictures by Vincent van Gogh. And this one was written in conjunction with the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and of course published by Chronicle Books of San Francisco. A big good morning to you. Welcome. Join me on the other side of this short break when we'll be getting started with our book. Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely appreciate you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Davis. I'm a children's book author, illustrator, and high school art educator. I am the author of 30,000 Stitches, the inspiring story of the National 9/11 flag, illustrated by Sally Warren Comport and published with Worthy Kids # book group. One thing that drew me to writing 30,000 Stitches was the idea that people from all different communities came out to stitch this flag and make it whole again. So I hope that when people read 30,000 Stitches, they remember the power of sharing our stories. When people came out to stitch the flag, they shared their stories, whether about loss or pain or love. We all have stories to tell, and by sharing our stories and listening to one another's stories, we can create a better understanding of each other and create a sense of connection and unity. And this is what creates a more inclusive world. I hope you enjoy your story time with Mr. Lamada. Bye, everybody.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Amanda. That's I think we've completed our triumvirate of the Amandas here. Amanda Wortman, Amanda Davis, and of course Amanda West. Thank you so much for joining in. All right, here we go. Indeed, we want an inclusive world, and let us celebrate one of these, like the among the best of the post-impressionist era, and this is Vincent van Gogh, and this is Vincent's Colors, and this one written by Vincent van Gogh, written and illustrated by Vincent van Gogh, and in conjunction with the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and of course Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Get ready, here we go. Oh, and I just wanted to read the back too. Just maybe I'll start with that, and then we'll come back. So just to give some context, a little bit of context, and there's a little bit of explanation on each of the paintings that you're going to see in here. But it says here, the works of art reproduced in this book are by Vincent van Gogh, Dutch painter who lived from 1853 to 1890. The words of this book were taken from Vincent van Gogh's letters, many of which were written in French or Dutch to his brother Theo. In some cases, the words were translated verbatim. In others, a free translation was used. The credits below list the letter number for the quote used on each spread. And this is what you would see if you had this book at home. You'll find that there's a little bit of just explanation and where each painting belongs right now, what museum, what collector, what gallery, and all the different things. All right, so we're going to get started with our story now. This one is Vincent's Colors, Words and Pictures by Vincent van Gogh, written in conjunction with the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and of course published and read with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Vincent van Gogh was an artist who loved bright colors. He was born in the Netherlands, where the rain can make things seem dark and gloomy. When he grew up, he eventually moved to the south of France, where the sun is stronger and the colors brighter. Vincent wrote many letters to his brother Theo. In them, he often described his dynamic, colorful paintings. Here are a few of his paintings and what he said about them. Yeah. Lots of paintings for us to enjoy today. A yellow sky with the sun. And the Sawa is definitely one of his most famous paintings. A yellow sky with yellow sun. Isn't that beautiful? A yellow sky with yellow sun. A jug in squares of blue and white. A jug in squares of blue and white. And let's see as we go through if you remember any of them. If you've seen some of them somewhere else. A jug in squares of blue and white. A reddish cap and orange bricks. A reddish cap and orange bricks. A reddish cap and orange bricks. 12 flowers that are light on light. 12 colors that are light on light. This was actually among the first Van Gogh paintings that I ever came across, or at least a reproduction of it, on a calendar that used to hang in our living room growing up. 12 flowers that are light on light. Love it. Trees, gray-green with a pink sky. This is one of my favorites. Trees, gray-green with a pink sky. Trees, gray-green with a pink sky. Gray-green description kind of sounds like Nathan and Sarah's descriptions of Illinois every now and then. Trees, gray-green with a pink sky. Cypresses of a bottle green hue. Cypresses of a bottle green hue. Cypresses of a bottle green hue. Which one's your favorite so far? Some very yellow buttercups. Some very yellow buttercup. And all the ground is yellow too. Look at that. And all the ground is yellow too. The Yellow House is definitely another one of his just most famous work. And again, I go with this by how often I've seen it in places. Not necessarily statistical, so who knows? Maybe somebody has done research on which one is the most famous. And all the ground is yellow too. Please take my most famous description very loosely here. Roses in a green vase. Ah, roses in a green vase. A window with a green shutter. A window with a green shutter. How simple and yet accurate those descriptions, right? A window with a green shutter. A lady's clothes in black, black, black. A lady's clothes in black, black, black. Oh, definitely giving us a window into how life was during Van Gogh's time. 2 chairs, the yellow of fresh butter. 2 chairs, the yellow of fresh butter. Loving these descriptions. I wish I could hold on, show you a little longer on these pictures. Stay a little longer on them. 2 chairs, the yellow of fresh butter. Leaves of silver turning to green. Leaves of silver turning to green. Leaves of silver turning to green. Stars sparkling, greenish yellow, white. Stars sparkling, greenish yellow, white. Stars sparkling, greenish yellow, white. Is this the Starry Night? Stars sparkling, greenish yellow and white. Yeah. A big bunch of violet irises. A big bunch of violet irises. Look at that. A big bunch of violet irises. Wow. Oh, there we go. There's the Starry Night. And in my head, a starry night. And in my head, a starry night. Oh. And there you go with some of the names on the back, some of the ones that we've seen, like this one, just called Blue Enamel Coffee Pot. And this one, of course, which we saw as well, is called the Yellow House. And this one is called the Sower. So next time you see them somewhere, try and remember their names. Or this one, the Zoo. And there's many more too, descriptions and where they can be found. And of course, the famous Starry Night. The end. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you enjoyed this. Indeed, lots of works from Vincent van Gogh, and we know he did so much in such a short life too, because Vincent van Gogh died when he was only 37 years old. So lots and lots, and you can see there's a period in time. He only started painting, I think, when he was 30 or 31, and but he painted so many, over we're talking over, I think it was over 800 paintings, and I think it mentioned in there too over 200 oil paintings and so on. So just prolific artist, troubled, of course, as we know, so much. Who knows, at that time, I don't know if mental health was a thing that was talked about, but definitely something that would have helped Vincent van Gogh. And we know that he found comfort, great comfort and solace in communicating with his brother Theo. And all the words that we read today come from excerpts from those letters that he wrote to his brother. It actually will say, even on the back here, like what letter number it was that was described in. So just to show you how much they communicated, for example, here it mentions that when he did describe the yellow house, that was from letter number 543. Yeah, so just as an example, to show you how many times, how much it corresponded with his brother. So yes, indeed. Thank you so much for joining in. Let us remember to check in on loved ones and indeed be the support, be that pillar of hope. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. I hope you enjoyed this lovely book that we have. Yes, indeed. Looking into the life and just the work of one of art's greats, Vincent van Gogh. This one is called Vincent's Colors, written and illustrated by Vincent van Gogh, and in conjunction with the Metropolitan Museum of Art and, of course, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining in today. I hope you enjoyed this one. It is indeed a powerful book. Join me on the other side of this short break when we're back for more story time. I'll catch you on the other side.
Hola, my name is Shamile Sayed Mendez, and I am the author of Where Are You From, Furia, and many other books for young readers. You're watching Story Time with Mr. Limara.
Thank you, Shamila, and indeed, welcome back one more time. Vincent's Colors was our book for today. This one written and illustrated by Vincent van Gogh, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and of course, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. What a team coming together indeed to bring us this amazing book. And of course, we get to have all these beautiful paintings here and know a little bit about them just in the comfort of our homes. And so please remember to check this book out at your local library, find it where you find books, and indeed support those local bookstores if you're going to get a book from anywhere. But please don't go away. Remember, tomorrow we're back for more story time, and this time we'll be back with this one, Finding Kindness. And this one comes to you from Deborah Underwood and illustrations by Irene Chan. So do join me for this one as together we go on a quest tomorrow to find kindness. Thank you so much for joining in. This has been Story Time for today. Let us see one more time who was with us and indeed was able to enjoy that lovely book. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. Soraya really liked Starry Night. Oh, love it, Soraya. Thank you so much for sharing that. Absolutely appreciate it. And next time to read up a little more on Vincent van Gogh and share with me what you find out. Okay, sweetheart? Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Absolutely appreciate you. Thank you for the energy and sunshine, Miss Limada. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Wow, thank you indeed, Amanda. Hugs to you and baby Pia, and of course sending you love and wishing you well. I hope that you feel better soon. Thank you indeed for joining in Story Time. Good morning to you, Pamela Courtney, saying my vote for famous are the Starry Night and the vase of 15 sunflowers. There we go. Absolutely appreciate you, Pamela Courtney. Yes, indeed. Cause I remember just this calendar that used to hang on top of the refrigerator when I was growing up, and it had several reproductions of paintings of different artists. And I remember some of the Van Gogh paintings being in that one. So definitely takes me back down memory lane right here. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, everybody. Appreciate you. Please remember to check in on your neighbors. A little hello goes a long way. And please join me again tomorrow as we go together in the quest, finding kindness. And this one will be coming to you from Deborah Underwood and Irene Chan. And this one too coming to you from Henry Holt Publishing. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime with me. I am glad that we're here together. Happy Monday to all of you. And remember again to join in tomorrow. Remember to find Storytime at storytimewithmrlimada.com. You can also find Storytime at Storytime with Mr. Limada on both Facebook and YouTube as well as Instagram. Thank you so much for joining in today. Have yourselves a wonderful day indeed. And I think I am going to borrow words today from Amanda, and of course, well, the two Amandas, Sarah and Nathan. You said wishing a very happy week. Definitely, we want to do that. And of course, from Amanda Wolfman and Baby Bia, you say where are we? Yes, lots of water. Oh yes, good morning, Storytime friends. If you and I have missed you, we have absolutely missed you here on Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in today, and we're wishing you a lovely, lovely day. This has been Storytime for today, and I'll see you again tomorrow for more Storytime. Please take care of yourselves. Remember to hydrate. Remember to check in on friends. Remember to find that beautiful book today and find your nook and indeed get lost in that beautiful, beautiful paradise that it takes you to. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I will see you again tomorrow for more Storytime. Much love from me. Bye-bye.
He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. You won't just start on the reading. I just can't wait to be hearing. Story time with Mr. Limada, where all your dreams come true. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, you won't just start all the reading. We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, you won't just start all the reading. We just can't wait to be